all you think about is them retros.
What's going to happen with the Red Octobers?
You know what Nike told me when I asked them? We ain't sure. You know what they told the store though of my boy that run a store? They said if y'all want that Red October, you got to take these 10 other shoes. So they told me they ain't sure. But then they told him if you want that Red October, but legally we got to both sign that contract. Mark Parker. I'm going to put Mark Parker all on that Summer Jam screen. And by the way, Mark Parker, yes, I will still accept an investment in Donda. I got some more ideas that don't involve shoes. But if you guys are investing in the arts, y'all want to invest in this school in Brazil, y'all want to go to Africa, I'm standing up and I'm telling you I am Warhol. I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google. Now, who's going to be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
Or why don't you empower yourself and don't need them and do it yourself?
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
Kanye.
You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Kanye.
I've been doing this more than you.
Doing what
you
more
ain't
than
got,
me? Come on, chill out.
You
bro.
ain't got the answers.
Kanye,
you ain't got the answers.
I'm asking you.
You
a
ain't
question.
been doing the education,
bro.
You ain't been doing the education.
Kanye, calm down.
You don't have the answers though,
Calm down.
because you trying to give me advice about something. You ain't got the answer. You ain't spent $13 million of your own money trying to empower yourself.
Yes, but I spent hundreds of thousands and putting out clothing lines at a smaller degree. All I'm asking you,
it ain't no Ralph though. It ain't Ralph level.
Let me ask you this: I'm asking
what's the name of your clothing line? We don't know.
Kanye,
you know what I'm saying?
Because I lost money, but that's not
exactly. And I could lose money on a higher level too.
And that's
don't
what
think
I'm
just
asking
because don't think because I got the most or the least money.
Let me finish my question, dog.
Man, man.
Let me hear the question.
You don't have the answers.
I'm asking you for the answer. It's a question. Why is it that you can't? You have money.
I just told you I lost the money because I did not have the knowledge of how to do it the right way.
So you don't have the money to do it. That's your answer. You ain't got to turn up, man. This ain't no fucking show, man. I'm talking to you as a homie.
No, it ain't no homie, man, because the thing is, the bottom line is,
man, everybody, you ain't got to turn up you ain't got to hold up. You hold up.
Ain't no hold up.
Listen, bro.
Ain't no hold up.
It ain't got to be no hold up. I'm asking you a question.
Ain't no hold up.
I'm asking you a question.
Ain't no hold up.
What do you mean it ain't no hold up, man? We here talking as civilized people. I'm trying to understand your world because when I go to your concert, I'm curious about what you're saying. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you the questions.
Well, I'm going to explain to you what it is.
Okay, but you ain't got to turn up on me man to man, dog. Fuck these mics. We could turn all this shit off. You ain't got to do this. It's cool. I love you, bro. But you ain't got to turn up. Don't try to embarrass us.
I'm not trying to embarrass y'all. What I'm trying to say to y'all is this industry of what I'm trying to get into, ain't nobody never broke down. Ain't nobody broke down. We all slaves. So I ain't trying to disrespect you on your show. We all slaves or something.
About my show, yeah.
I ain't trying to disrespect you, period. Let me talk if you're going to have me talk. We all slaves. We all slaves. And y'all ain't experienced nothing right here but a moment from a movie out of glory. Back in the days, the slaves had enough money, they could buy their own freedom. We all say we slaves to Nike, we slaves to Benz, we slaves to public perception, we slaves to not looking, you know, what somebody gonna say after the interview. Why you let Kanye do that? You should have checked him.
I don't give a
I love you, man. I'm sorry. I love you, man. I'm sorry,
that's
okay?
Fine, that's fine.
But look at this. This is exactly what would happen at the French Revolution. This is exactly what happened. I'm sure some arguments with Harry Tubman and other people talking about, let's go this way, let's go that way. But what I'm trying to say is, I sat in Paris and met with these people. I invested my own money and lost money. I made T-shirts that made money. I made music that made money. But at the end of the day, Lucian Grainge still cut my music checks. As powerful as my voice is, Lucian still runs 50% of the music industry.
Okay.
Francois Pinault owns Balenciaga, Puma, Saint Laurent, Stella McCartney. Francois Arnault owns Louis Vuitton, Celine, Givenchy. Renzo Rosso owns Margiela, Diesel, Marni, Victor and Rolf. These guys got factories. These guys have factories. They run that. The thing that compresses me is time versus money. Integrity, money, and relevance. Because as I work on clothing more, I'm not rapping as much. So I'm not in the middle of that future mix because I didn't do that feature. I'm not rapping as much. I'm not having as much finances. I'm losing relevancy. The relevancy is part of my power that allows my brand to be big. That's what I'm saying. You juggle so crazy, but then you get a Nike that could simply say, the Yeezys did good. That was a good job. Let me get you some more so you can start your own line, because obviously people lining up for it. But they'll marginalize you and play you and talk about, we don't even know when the Red October's coming out. You see what I'm saying? I'm juggling a lot of things at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all putting me number 6 after Big Sean on the hip hop list.
Man, you really give a
but what I'm saying, my relevancy, that means because I'm wearing a kilt or because I'm doing something that's gaining.
Why you came number 6 at the time we did the show.
What you think now, though?
If we did it now, you'd be number 1. But at the time, you or Drake, it'd be between you or Drake who would be number 1. That's what I say now. Who you think would be number 1 out of you and Drake? Drake.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I think now. At the time we did the list, you had the Cruel Summer album and you had the Mercy song. You didn't have New Slave out.
I don't care about the list.
But I do, because you've been going around discrediting the list.
No.
And the people who do the list, there's not another collective of people in this business that know more about hip-hop. These are the same people who said you were number 1 years ago.
Yeah, no, it's fine. The list is fine.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is, when you're trying to keep up with the list and write all these raps, but you also trying to learn about clothing, you got a whole hood calling you a fag for even liking clothes or being at like the runway shows. Like, you can't be a masculine person like Ralph Lauren and still love the beauty and texture of clothing as an artist and still love a fat ass at the same time. You know, then you got America, the president, constantly attacking you. Then you got people overcharge you at all times. Then you got your constant public perception being brought down. AG telling you when you going to tour and when you can't tour. Everybody got an opinion towards you. You got shoes like the Nikes selling at $80,000 and the head won't even get on the phone with you. You got a meeting where every single door gets closed on you, like the Will Smith movie with his son. It's like that. It's like that for me. Because I'm in that Michael Jackson position where he couldn't get his video played on MTV because he was considered to be urban.
So what is your
and
plan?
Sidebar, you got to get it. You got to. Charlemagne wanted this so bad.
Listen,
he wanted me to turn up so bad I wouldn't even look at him. See, I could turn around you because I love you as my brother. We got history. Me and Charlemagne, we turn up. We don't know where that's gonna go. I know that we gonna hug it out. Everything is cool and
we're
stuff.
Good money. But and we haven't talked in a while. And what you go through. And by the way, I am always in your corner.
Yeah.
And you're right. You're in a realm where we don't know. People don't know what you're experiencing. Man, all these fucking names you name it sound foreign to me, bro.
Yeah.
Because we don't know. But we need you to explain it. If I ask you a question, man, you can't blow up on it. I'm trying to understand. Why can't you? I don't understand. Now I do. I don't understand why you need these people to get your music out. You got the internet. You the king of the internet. When you did your Good Fridays, that was fucking internet. Nobody did nothing like that. Why you need those people is what I don't understand. But you explained it to me. That's a fair question. Let's talk about your music real quick, though. All right. Because I know you got to go.
Yes, my drink is running out too this way. Goodness.
First of all, the Yeezus album was incredible to me.
Thank you.
There's a lot of messaging that I liked. Sonically, it was different. It reminded me of a time we were on the road talking to veterans, and I asked you about music, and you said, I don't use sounds. I said, how you picking your sounds? You said, I don't see music as sounds. I see it as colors. So when I listen to your music, that's what I do. I see it as colors. Two things. I'm curious to why Pusha T and Big Sean weren't on this tour when they're good music artists. Why you decided not to put them on the tour?
Well, every artist that makes good music is on good music.
Mm-hmm.
Drake on good music.
Okay.
Wayne on good music. James Blake on good music. Frank Ocean on good music. You make good music, you on good music in my mind. I'm not marginalized by the brand of the deal that I've taken from Universal in order to cut some of my homeboys some checks so that we can, work on creative projects together. I'm not marginalized by the branding concept of good music versus cash money. All I do, text baby like, yo, we need to do something together. You know what I'm saying? We not each other's enemies. And everybody got to get they own, maybe it's just a piano that I bring in for John Legend, executive produce that. Maybe it's an art package that I do for Pusha, or beg him to take like a certain song off that I think sound too commercial, because, we didn't, we didn't quite get to that with Big Sean on some of the songs that I wanted to take off and stuff. And it upset me as a hip hop artist a bit. And now he gonna turn up on this next one, and we talked it out and everything, and that's what it's gonna be. But I think that for me, I serve as an inspiration. Why I think we do go hard. I feel like starting from the bottom, now we here is Drake rapping harder because we pushing harder. We pushing each other. Like when Jadakiss and Styles were spitting, we had to push each other. And what I'm establishing with Yeezus is, to take that stance, and I put my whole family on my back, and I say fuck the radio. As that number one most important artist of our generation to say that. And I'm saying fuck the radio, not saying I don't want to be played on the radio, but It's just saying stop making songs for the radio, make songs for the people. Make songs, and then some people could say, well, man, I don't feel like Yeezus is for the people. I don't feel like blah, blah, blah. Or make songs for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make songs, because for me, I like On Site. I like all the songs. That's the shit that's enjoyable for me to listen to after I'm dealing. Because when I was in Paris, man, I worked on that album. I'm sitting, my mom nicknamed me Mandela when I was a shorty. I wanted to burn those buildings down. It's a misconception that I said boycott Louis Vuitton. You can't I wouldn't tell nobody to boycott a brand ain't nobody even thinking about no more. Nobody think about buying on Louis Vuitton. That brand old. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody think about that brand. I wouldn't say boycott that brand. I'm talking about some relevancy, but I wanted to go in and turn, because let me tell you something else is so hip hop. The music and the clothing are just as important. Mm-hmm. That's what make you hip hop. You show people that you hip hop by what you wear. So if I was able to be considered a person that wasn't allowed to be hip hop, wasn't allowed to be a rapper, and I went in and turned around and became the most important, not rapper, but artist of the past 10 years, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna be the first straight hip hop, loud, celebrity, non-etiquette having, blackout all the time, fresh ass, super tasteful designer of all time. I'm gonna be the Tupac of clothing. Mm-hmm. You can't be a bigger music superstar than Michael Jackson. Okay. You can't be a bigger basketball star than Michael Jordan. Yeah. You can't be a bigger rapper than Tupac. But it's a space and it's product territory to Steve Jobs that all the way.
Can I? Okay. Yeah. And I respect that, and I think that's what makes you great. That's what makes you an inspiration. You're fearless, okay? Yeah. And we need that in hip-hop. I've seen that with Pac. I see that with you. I've seen that with Jay. I see that with Drake in the way he makes his music. You know, people critique him by this. He going through similar things you went through, but he's fearless. But at the end of the day, too, at the core of all this, what made me like you in the first place is that you're talented and you know how to rap well. So all this shit started with rap, bro. And my second question is,
that's your opinion. Okay. That's not my opinion.
For me, but I'm talking about for me.
I started from my mama. Now I'm here. All this started with when my mom was educating me.
You missed the time. I'm talking about from. I didn't know you when you were born. I'm talking about. I'm talking about
you
when we started hanging out.
Yeah.
But we used to come up to MTV, and it was your talent that you as a producer. Your mind wasn't where you are. You ain't the same person today that you were when we met.
Yes, I was. Yes, I am.
You're a lot more mature. You're a father now. You're not the same person.
Yeah, in a way, but I've been the same person since age 0.
Okay.
I was born to be me.
Hey, man, can you do a rap for us? Can you rap for us, bro? Can I get a verse?